Well, hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday. Miss Marie Suarez, thank you so much for joining me.
Happy Friday, everyone. Jennifer, thank you so much for having me. It's such a pleasure to be on this podcast with you, and I'm
Thank
excited.
you. So, Marie is the CEO of the Greater Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which is near and dear to my heart because I live here. The Hollywood Chamber, I say this all the time, and I've actually said this at Chamber, so it's not a secret, but I had spent so many years focused on building my business outside of Hollywood. And a couple of years ago, I was like, wait a minute, I want to connect more with the business leaders in my own community, with government officials in my city. I'd served on boards here on the Y, which I absolutely love, the Community Development Advisory Board. But somehow with like raising kids and being on full throttle, I just got distracted from what's right in front of me. And I have to tell you, when I came back, I was blown away. You have done a phenomenal job at the chamber. I'm so honored to be a part of it. I've been away because of travel and family loss and a lot of things, but I'm looking forward to, life has been and I'm looking forward to
Yes.
getting back involved in the fall.
Well, we're looking forward to
So,
seeing you again.
yeah. So Leaders Talk Communications is all about highlighting how leaders like you manage communications at their business or nonprofit so that other leaders can get insights from you and learn from you. So let's just jump in. Tell everyone about the work of the chamber, like like your primary goals of the chamber, and what inspires you most, Marie, about the work that you do.
So I'm going to start with the work of the chamber because this chamber is an amazing uh, hub for the business community. We've been we are older than the city of Hollywood, so the city is celebrating their centennial this year, and the chamber is actually was born in 1922 before the city of Hollywood. Our founder
What? I did
Joseph
not
Young.
know that.
Yes. In June of 1922, Joseph Young and a few businessmen met downtown and thought that it would be important to have a hub for the business community to advance the mission of the business, to advance Hollywood. And they created
Oh,
the Chamber of Commerce. So, and the first president was Joseph Young of this chamber. So this chamber has a
wow.
ton of history, and being involved with so many big decision made, from roadways to building construction to advisory boards throughout the city. It's been involved at so many level of Hollywood, and it's really embedded in its history.
Wow, I did not know that. That's amazing.
It
Thank you
is
so much for
amazing.
sharing that.
It
And
is
so
amazing.
what is it? What inspires you most about what you do at the chamber?
I've been here 25 years, and I stumbled in this position kind of, when it's meant to be, and you'd never thought. I didn't even know what a chamber of commerce was. But I met the folks here, and I fell in love, and I think got the mission immediately
Mm,
of creating commerce and supporting small business, and really fell into it. So I started as the director of program and events. And my first mission here was to, first of all, to enhance the programming that we had for our members. And we did that. We have as part of our Chamber of Commerce, we have, and I know, Jennifer, you're familiar with this program, which is we are very proud of, is the Leadership Hollywood program.
yeah, I'm like 34, I think. Yeah, class
Of course,
34.
you are a graduate,
Yeah.
34. So we have a Leadership Hollywood program, and it was ran by the volunteers. We did a great job. But I thought that if we bring it back in house and really run it from a staff point of view with the volunteers, it would grow, and it grew a lot. So I was
Mm.
graduated of 26. We are currently recruiting for class 49.
Ah,
But Leadership Hollywood is one of the first program. In fact, we are the OG of leadership programs for the state of Florida. We're
what?
Yeah, of course we are. We
Oh,
and we like I said, we are recruiting for 49. If it wasn't for the pandemic, we would be in 50. But during the
Yeah.
pandemic, we did a mindset online just to kind of continue engaging
Mm.
our leaders and not letting them spread away. We're here to support you. Um,
Yeah.
so this leadership program, and then it grew. And when the opportunity came, I became the CEO, and I started January of 2020
Oh, wow.
as a
Whoa, right
CEO,
before.
right
Oh,
before.
oh my gosh. You had
So
your work cut out for you.
it was a curse, but then it was a good thing because I knew where everything was, right? If they had a new CEO, I
Mhm.
knew all the players in Broward County. I knew, the players here. I knew how to do the programming and the event. I just had to pivot. That was our favorite
Yeah.
word. And
Yeah.
really, with my
That
team
was
of
that was everybody's favorite word in the 20 in 20
in
pivot.
2020. So with my
Yeah.
incredible team, we in April of 2020, which everybody have shut down, and we're supposed to have a good morning breakfast, and we couldn't, so we decided to do it virtual, and we had fun with it. The entrance
Yeah.
is $5, but the breakfast will be the best you like. You just make it yourself, and parking is free. Anyway, and you can come in your pajamas. Anyway, we had fun
Yeah.
with that. We had a great turnout, and we continue to have turnout. We did our leadership graduation virtually, and we kind of engaged. We did our business after hours. We used to go to
Yeah.
the bar. The bartender used to send recipes of drinks, and people brought the stuff at home before, and then they made the cocktail with the bartender from Tiki Tiki or any other places, and they
Yeah.
learn how to.
So
Anyway,
I'm hearing from you that it sounds like you're definitely passionate about Leadership Hollywood. You entered the chamber at a really challenging time. It's got to be inspiring for you to know that you brought the chamber here to where it is today from 2020 to 2025. Um, Talk to me about the different stakeholders that you communicate with. And I want to know where you feel you as CEO Marie Suarez, where you feel you thrive in communicating with them.
so I mean, we have stakeholder from all over the state, right? There's the an organization called the FACP, and it stands for the Florida Association of Chamber Professional. There's the Florida Chamber. There's also the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, which have a great program for people that are working, leading chambers of commerce and nonprofit association, because I don't know if everybody knows, but a chamber of commerce is a nonprofit organization. We are
Yeah.
501c6, so we do pay sales tax, but we are a nonprofit. We are governed by a board of directors, and so the U.S. Chamber has a great program each year that to bring all of these head of association and chamber of commerce together for it's a 4-year program, and it's done. The southern part of it is done here at the university, not here, but in Atlanta, in Georgia, at the University of Georgia. So
Okay. So you've
and
got the US Chamber of Commerce, you've got Florida associations, you've obviously got as a stakeholder the business leaders in the city. You've
absolutely.
got who are some of the other stakeholders that that you communicate with?
So we do have also many chamber in the county of Broward. So those are my colleagues, and I
Mhm.
rely on them. We do communicate. I wish it more frequently, but we are so all busy. And then there's folks like the Greater Fort Lauderdale Alliance, which is a private public organization, and their mission is to attract business here and to maintain business. So they work also with the state.
Mhm.
And then here locally, we work extremely closely with our elected official and with staff at
Mhm.
the City of Hollywood. I mean, those I communicate with almost every day. Um,
Yeah.
and
And
then
you've got your own staff as well,
I
right?
have my own staff, an incredible team.
You
Michael
do.
Miller, business development. He's just so much energy in him, and he's been in this business of membership and business
Yeah.
bureaus for years. And then we have Ojetter, who's kind of an angel that fell on me through Career Source Broward, which that's another big stakeholder that we have a great
Mm.
partnership. because
Yeah.
of course, your secret sauce in running a business, the secret sauce is your team, period.
Well, that's true. That's true. And that team rallies around you because of something that they see in you. So what is that thing in you, Marie, that allows you to my question was where you thrive in communicating with those different stakeholders. What do you think they see in you that when we are connecting with our different stakeholders, we're doing it because we have a relationship to help us achieve this ultimate goal. And your goal, and one of your goals, I'm sure, is to have a successful chamber in whatever way that means for the chamber. Um, but what is the thing about you think that endears folks to Marie Suarez and that helps where do you thrive in communicating?
Well, communicating is it's a very important part of this, and communicating with different stakeholders, it's a different communication each time. So you really have
Hmm.
to adapt and tailor. And I love to do research on the person before when it's a new person, of course, when I know them, it's different. But I think
Yeah.
that it's
Mm.
mutual respect. And I think
Yeah.
also it's mutual goals. So in communicating with someone, I usually, this is my, okay, what this person wants and how does it match with what I want to achieve in this conversation. And usually this is where I start building my the way I will communicate with that
Ah.
particular stakeholder.
Yeah. I love that you do research. I love that you look for mutually beneficial opportunities for both. That's great. That shows that you're empathetic and that you are attuned to, which is, I think a wonderful skill in a lot of women business leaders that we have that and we seek those connections. So let's switch gears a bit and talk about communications challenges.
Mm.
We all have them as leaders as well. um, one of your biggest communications challenges that you faced as a leader, and what did you do to solve for it?
So, the biggest challenge in communication with leaders or members, because they all leaders, I work with
Mhm.
tons of leaders in different field, and I think that's the challenge. And
Yes.
because you have to adapt your communication to attract that particular person or entity that you want to communicate with. So
Yeah.
we cannot just have a one page communication piece that's going to fit all. So it's really
Mm.
adapting. Mostly when we want to promote a program or something, we will do is, okay, how this is going to attract this big business, and how this is going to attract this medium business, how this is going to attract
Ah.
the mom and pop, and how this is going to attract. I think the most difficult one is the restaurant's owner. They have their hands full. Usually they're the dishwasher, they're the
Yeah.
supermarket, they do the bills, they have to cook and welcome their clients and have a nice, those are the most difficult one to, and I totally understand. So this is where the challenge
Mhm.
come, right? To just adapt
Yeah.
something, the time you're going to do this programming that's going to, so in communication, we try to balance all of that, and that's
Yeah.
my biggest challenge.
So it sounds like, and this is so important to do when you have different stakeholders, it's so important to adapt messaging to that particular stakeholder because something that's going to resonate with them and move them to take whatever action that you want them to take. So it's wonderful that you recognize that you've got to adapt the message depending on who it is that you're talking to. What's been the most successful vehicle that you've used to communicate more effectively with the people who are important to the success of the chamber? Where do you feel, I'm curious if some leaders have told me um, they, uh, that they like face-to-face communication. Some leaders have told me that they will text message to folks. Some leaders have said that they connect with people through private conversations, and they make that intentional. As a leader, what's worked for you most effectively with the people who are important to the success of the chamber?
So all of the above, because they all we utilize all these tools, but I think that what still the most effective is face to face or the good old phone. Have a conversation because you
Mm-hmm.
can change the path of the conversation or the tone by your voice. I know we have all these little funny emoji, that we can add to emails and things like that, but there's nothing like a face to face, a nice
Yeah.
cup of coffee, or a nice a phone conversation. So really picking up the phone for me usually is the
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
so if I don't know someone and I want to get to know them, usually, I'll go on LinkedIn, message them, try to, to get a meeting or a phone call and continue that way. But
Yeah. Yeah. There's
then
nothing like a good
it's
old phone call, right?
no, because you really understand the person and you can really change the path of the conversation if for example it does not sound or it doesn't go the way you were expecting it to go. So a good
Yeah.
phone call or face to face for me is
Right.
definitely
Awesome. I love that.
maybe I'm
So
old
my
school, but
no, no. Well, I think the phone is coming back with the young folks too. So,
oh, okay.
you
Well, that's good
know, you know.
news.
So, old school is good. My last question I always ask everyone, if you could wave a magic wand, what would you want the world to understand most deeply about you or the work that you're doing at the chamber?
If I could wave a magic wand, I'd love to people to better understand the benefit of a chamber of commerce, the business community anyway. Um,
Hmm.
it's hard to explain but it's beneficial. I can tell you stories and after stories, and I'll give you a short one. This little printer just starting his little shop, got involved in the chamber, barely speaks English. He's from South America. And he immediately immersed himself in the chamber, having a hard time
Mm,
communicating, but didn't make that his stop. And
mm,
got into our leads group. Our leads group are amazing. It's a sales team that's there for you, and it's so for quick leads group. What it is, they meet weekly, and it's a person from one industry. So there's no two bankers or two attorneys, and they
yeah.
exchange leads every week, and it does
I
work.
still need to get into my leads group. I still need to choose one.
It
So
does
this
work.
gentleman, he
Did
got
this,
into a
did
leads group.
Leadership Hollywood, and now because of Leadership Hollywood, he got a contract with one of the big hotel on the beach that changed
Oh
his
my
life and
gosh.
his business.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've got stories and stories after that, like this.
Yeah.
So,
I will
I
tell you, I have my own story like that. I mean, I'm doing these beautiful vocal empowerment workshops for City of Hollywood employees because I met Marina at a Hollywood Chamber meeting. So yeah, it's wonderful. So you would want the world to know how powerful it is to join a Chamber of Commerce and connect with people in your community.
and when also for consumer, understand
Hmm.
your chamber of commerce, because those are business in Hollywood per se here, because we're talking about Hollywood, of course. And these business roofer, insurance broker have invested their own money to be part of this chamber, and they show up every week. So if you hire a roofer from an online, you know I see this story on one of the channel yesterday, that this guy came and represent a roofer that was not didn't even work with the roofer, took the down payment and disappeared. And this
Cool.
roofer lives in Orlando, and now this guy here in South Florida that claimed to be working for this roofer, and he's not. So
Yeah.
if you get your roofer from a chamber of commerce, or or any, these people have invested in the community. So for folks out
Hmm.
there that are consumer, you're looking for a roofer, a plumber, come to your local chamber, and those are local business that have
Oh,
invested in our business community. So let's
that's
support,
such a good point. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I
live,
didn't.
love
Yeah.
local. That's our
Yeah.
motto.
Yeah. Live, love local. Thank you so much for your time. I really
Jennifer,
appreciate it. I'm so glad that you joined me today. I'm definitely going to see you at a meeting soon.
I can't wait to see you, Jennifer. And thank you so much for inviting me. This was a pleasure. Love what you do. You're an amazing woman. And
Thank you.
we need more of this. conversation between women and business owners.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
See
you,
you
Jennifer.
soon.
You
Bye.
too.